So the GCC stands for the Gulf Cooperation Council, and there's 6 countries that make up the GCC. The biggest members are Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Oman, Bahrain, Kuwait and Qatar. Demographically, the GCC countries have young and developing populations, so they're growing at really high rates. They're also trying to diversify away from oil and gas revenues for their economies. We often don't think about it from a New Zealand perspective as the enormous hub of people and freight that come through these countries. And in terms of New Zealand, I mean, it's the 9th largest trading entity that New Zealand does business with in terms of two-way trade. The majority of the populations are from Asia, from South Asia in particular. So when you're thinking about the demographic that you might be selling to or might be represented in these countries, primarily it's South Asian, and then it's often other expats, increasingly people from Africa who are coming to work here, and then the Western expats as well, and then the local populations, the local Arab indigenous populations. And then in terms of tourist numbers as well, I mean the numbers of tourists that are coming here add to that diversity, where you've got lots of Eastern Europeans, lots of Europeans as well, and increasingly people from North and South America as well. So some of the GCC nations, so they have this ongoing need around how they can better support the populations in towns and villages, and that's where I think there's huge opportunities for New Zealand companies to go in there, either at the consulting end to help them with the design, the thinking around how they structure those types of industries. So tourism, the social infrastructure, food and agriculture. Yeah, the GCC has always, to me, been a really exciting but challenging place to live and work. It's got a lot of things going on, young, smart populations that are developing, infrastructure that needs to be built, food that needs to be supplied. I think it's a really good fit for New Zealand, and there's more New Zealand companies coming every day. And I think with Expo 2020 coming as well, I'm expecting to see an enormous amount of interest in this part of the world.